Going on, Chicago Tough sports fans? We are back with a much needed and long awaited video here. I'm Anthony. I'm here with Hitman, and we're going to cover what's going on, Hitman.
What up?
Tonight, we're going to do a little reaction video, short little recap of this past Sunday's NXT War Games. So, we're giving you a wrestling video as our comeback show. All right, Hitman, you go first because I'm always interested to hear what you have to say about wrestling, because you and I we're on different ends of the spectrum when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah, I when it comes to this show, I actually thought the show was very good, but it had its faults. It had some things that even for me, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't care for it. But it was overall a good show. The outcomes were, I thought, to be expected. I thought they were a little predictable, but that's fine. But I thought the overall action of the show was good. Was good. I kind of want to do the War Games matches for men's and the women's kind of last in my little review.
Okay.
Because I have some thoughts about those matches.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Outside of the men's War Games match, the match of the night for me was Von Wagner and Kyle O'Reilly versus Imperium.
Oh.
I absolutely enjoyed, and I enjoy Imperium. I think
Kyle O'Reilly could suck one and go to hell.
Well, you just don't like Kyle O'Reilly. That's fine.
Yeah.
But Imperium for me is one of the top tag teams in pro wrestling right now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say something good about Kyle O'Reilly. I totally agree with you about Imperium.
No, I mean, I think Kyle O'Reilly is pretty good, but as far as this match is concerned, I'm talking about specifically with Imperium. Imperium is fucking awesome.
Yes, they are.
Fabian Aichner, oh my God. He reminds me so much of Cesaro.
Yes.
He's like a splitting image of Cesaro.
Yep.
The way that he moves in the ring, the way that he, they call him, I think they call him like the strongest man in NXT. Well, I mean, he's
Cesaro.
That's basically what he is.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed, the match. I enjoyed the fact that how, even, Fabian Aichner's partner, how he was just showing off in the ring. It's just something about that presence of that tag team that just made this match a big match feel. And I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely enjoyed that match. Absolutely enjoyed that match.
That's because heels are the better entertainers, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that. But I just can't get over the fact of my wrestling man crush for Fabian Aichner right now.
Oh boy.
that dude, athletic, he has to look, it's between that dude, just he has it all. He has it all. So I mean, that was my match of the night. I really enjoyed it.
Besides the men's War Games match, right?
Besides the men's War Games match, and I'm gonna get to that a little bit later.
Okay.
The Cameron Grimes and Duke Hudson match, that went off just about as I expected. But it was a solid match. It was nothing. I mean, there was a couple of moves here or there that I liked. Yeah. But I mean, it was a good story. Got his head shaved. Duke Hudson got his head shaved. So it was, it was a solid match. The Joe Gacy, your Bray Wyatt guy.
Yes.
And Roderick Strong. I thought that was a very entertaining match.
I'm going to cut
Joe
you off right
Gacy-
there. Hold on. I'm going to cut you off right there. I was telling you before we went on, I tried to find the clip of the promo he cut tonight with who's that guy he's with? Harland?
Harlan. Yeah.
Joe Gacy is our Bray Wyatt replacement, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
If he keeps doing what he's doing, and they keep booking him and writing his story the way they're doing it, oh my God. Like this promo he cut tonight. Now, I know this is going to sound stupid. I know wrestling's scripted and blah, blah, blah. It's fake, whatever. I tend to imagine that it's real, and these people really are like this.
Sure. No, that's fine.
Joe Gacy is the next Bray Wyatt pre The Fiend, right? Yeah, before he became The Fiend.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
when Joe
Bray
Gacy
was a talker.
Yeah,
Bray was
yes.
he was a kind of
a mic
cult,
guy.
A cult hero.
Yes.
Or a cult guy. A cult leader. That's what I'm looking for. That's the term I'm looking for.
Right before I stopped watching NXT, I believe that was shortly after Adam Cole left for AEW. I was able to see Joe Gacy make his debut on NXT. And when he first came out, he was like a bigger Aleister Black as far as physique and physical size goes. But then I saw like YouTube clips and I was like, oh my God, what are they doing to this guy? He almost looks like a preacher, kind of. And I started watching more of it. And then last night, and then this promo tonight, I'm like, oh my God, this is Bray Wyatt. They're bringing, not Bray Wyatt exactly, but they're going to do something similar to that character with this guy. I think he's awesome. I think he's going to do great as long as they book him properly.
Well, I mean, that's always the key, right?
Yes.
It seemed like every video that's what it boils down to. But yeah, I agree with you. I enjoy him on the mic, and he has his cult following. And to start off with Harlan.
Yep.
And he's supposed to make his debut next week. So, I'm looking forward to that. But that match between those two, it was solid. It was hard hitting. I don't think Gacy will be a guy that would need to win a lot.
Nope.
He just needs to be solid and
the talker.
That's exactly what it is, because he's going to hopefully garner more, followers, within that cult. He just needs eventually turn into a kind of a manager type guy and a preacher or whatever. But, I do like his character, and I like that match.
Yep.
So here, let's get into my thoughts on the 2 War Game matches. I'll start with the women.
Sucked. Predictable.
I thought the match was entertaining, but there was parts of that match that I did not like. First of all, what did you notice that every woman did as soon as came out of the Shark Tank and went to the ring? What did they do?
I was so bored with it, I didn't even pay attention. What did they do?
Each and every last one of them grabbed a weapon. Whether it was a Kindle.
Didn't they do that?
Whether it was a Kindle. I will get to that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I will get to that.
Okay.
Whether it was a Kindle stick, a garbage can, or even, I don't know. And actually, the whole weapon thing started with Cora Jade bringing a bat down to the ring.
Was it a bat? I thought she had the skateboard.
No, well, no. I'm sorry, not Cora Jade. Who else was in the match? I'm sorry. It was Cora.
Mandy Rose. I don't know. A bunch of British punk rock chicks that are stupid. I like, honestly. No, that was a match. Like Scott and I always say, like, oh, if we still smoked, this would be the match we go outside and have a cigarette. That was the match I got up and I ate food or I went and took a piss or something.
Yeah, it was. I actually no, actually it was Cora Jade. That I think it was Cora Jade that brought the bat down, and I could be wrong about that. I have to go back and look,
Okay.
but I do think that it was her.
Okay.
Actually, it might have been no. I think it was Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray brought it down because Cora Jade had to skateboard.
Yeah.
You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, war game matches don't need weapons.
Nope.
The cage is the weapon itself. That's my big issue.
Yeah.
It now here, if you're going to have weapons, you don't need to have everyone come bring out a weapon. I mean, it's not necessary to do that.
No.
You know, if you want to have a couple of Kindle sticks, that's fine. But if you have 6 or 7 that's out, it kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
The one cool part about the weapons, you know, it was the fact that there was that one part where, you know, you had Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, and God, and the third one protecting Cora Jade.
Yeah.
Who had the move of the night, by the way, who almost killed herself.
Well, yep. I was actually gonna real quick. Let me tell you my 2 favorite parts of that match. Where did she go? The top of the cage, right? She was on top of the
She
cage.
was at the top of the cage.
Yeah, top of the cage, and then the second best part was when Mandy Rose's boob almost popped out.
I didn't see that part. But you know, you don't need that many weapons.
No.
I honestly thought that I had a Tony roll my eye moment when Raquel Gonzalez put Dakota Kai in a garbage can and swung her around.
Oh, that was so stupid.
Look, I'm all about moves from time to time, but that was dumb. Like, you swung her around. Now, if she would have swung her into the cage, okay, that's fine. But you're swinging her around. That has no effect whatsoever.
No.
None.
Yeah, it's
and that's part of the stuff that I didn't necessarily like about the women's match. Now, I thought it was pretty cool that towards the end of the match, the story was Corey Jade's shoulder.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool because you actually saw some empathy from the other 3 faces and trying to make sure that their partner was okay.
I will say that she did sell that very good because I was sitting there saying, wow, is she really hurt? She sold that really good.
I agree with you because just like you, I thought she would really hurt because she was like,
she landed really, really weird, really awkward.
Really awkwardly. And then you had Io Shirai trying to do the healing and trying to pull it back in place and stuff like that. But, you know, I thought, I mean, the right person won because I do like Corey Jade. But the match itself could have been so much better if it had less weapons in it.
I think the match would have been better if there was just better wrestling. And then the weapons thing is like a secondary issue for me. I knew Cora Jade was going to win right away because before she got to the ring, they said her name 15 fucking times. And they said how she's so young and she's the next big thing and she's this. It's like, I told Amy, I told my wife, she's going to win. This is the winner.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it was predictable.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was a match that I enjoyed. Look, I am always a big fan of Raquel Gonzalez. Anytime I see Raquel Gonzalez, that I like her.
Yeah.
But my theory is behind her is that if she's in a match against those 4, she should dominate those 4.
Yes.
Like, regardless of who's in the ring with her.
Yes.
But, you know, I am a fan of Toxic Attraction, particularly JC Jane. I love her.
Okay.
And Mandy Rose has come so far, you know, in terms of now she's the NXT Women's Champion. I know you do. But I just felt like the match didn't need the weapons. It really didn't. I mean, I actually went back and looked at some previous war game matches from, even from WCW days, even the early part of NXT.
Yeah.
You didn't have that many weapons.
Yeah.
You had a table, and people used it.
I got into a conversation about this with someone at work today. I'm not a fan of weapons, and like there was an AEW match, a street fight, and they started Andrade. He brought in one of the weapons was a laptop against Cody Rhodes, I think.
Oh, a couple of weeks ago. That's when
was it against Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, that was the table. That was the flaming table.
Yeah, but earlier in that match, remember he took out the laptop.
Yeah.
That is just so goddamn stupid. I'm not a fan of the whole street fight, the weapons thing. I'm not. I mean, the flaming table is cool. Smashing someone through a table, that's always cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why for me, the Kindle stick for me is another version of the super kick. It really is. It's like it's a weapon that's
move ever.
It's a prostitution of a weapon. Like there's at one point there was like 8 Kindle sticks in the ring.
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying.
There's no reason to have that many Kindle sticks. There's no reason to have that many trash cans and trash can lids.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that. It's not a hardcore match.
Yeah.
They should have just labeled it a hardcore match.
All they needed was Nick Gage in there with them. That's it.
Yeah. And actually, you might as well just have the women just start using pizza cutters.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. May as well.
At this point, or bring in a laptop. I mean, you might as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
But yeah, I mean, outside of that, I mean, I thought that match was good. Was good. Wasn't great. Wasn't bad. It was solid. It was solid. The men's match. The men's match goes with the same theory as the women's match. There's no need for the amount of weapons that were used in that match.
That men's match had a stupid garbage can moment also when LA Knight put the garbage can over Grayson Waller and he had the garbage can over covering him and he just stood there marching in place for like 5 seconds before someone hit him.
Yeah,
that was beyond stupid.
Yeah, there was no need to have. Look, I can understand it if you want to use it for the women just because it's the women's match.
Okay.
But those 8 guys, they don't need it.
No.
If you want to put a table, sure, okay. I can, just like you said, I can buy a table.
Yep.
That's fine. But other than that, I mean, that match didn't need, a bunch of Kindle sticks and stuff like that. Hell, they brought in a crowbar.
Yeah, that was what's his name? Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, it brought in a crowbar.
Yeah.
There was no need for a crowbar.
No. Because on that show, there's no possible way you could sell a crowbar. Now in AEW, you could probably sell a crowbar in a match, but NXT, there was no fucking way that was believable. I even said, why is he using a crowbar? I would prefer another kendo stick or another whimsy garbage can.
I did enjoy them using the cage more. I always enjoy when Pete Dunne wrestles because he's fucking awesome.
I'm hit and miss with Pete Dunne. I'm not saying he's bad or not entertaining. It's just he either kicks someone or he bends their finger.
Well, I mean, look,
he sells it good, so I can't say I don't like him.
Right, and for him to be able to, to use the finger manipulation within the cage, that's another element with that.
When he had Grayson Waller's fingers like through the fencing, between the chain links, I've broken all 10 of my fingers twice in my lifetime. That was kind of painful for me to watch. Just like, oh my God, stop it. You're hurting him.
Right.
I sat there. See? I sat there and I had my hands under my legs, fisted up like this, because I could just feel the pain in my hands. It's terrible. I don't know if you've ever broken a finger. I think I'd rather get kicked in the nuts.
Personally, I don't know about that one.
Me, I do know about that one.
But the match itself was actually very good. I mean, I found myself rooting for Black and Gold to win because I wanted to see if the story would advance.
Yeah.
It's kind of bittersweet in a way, but the right guy won.
I think a statement was made last night.
Look, the NXT brand that we loved for like the past couple years,
it's gone.
Done.
I don't know if you realized, but in my opinion, the future of WWE, the two guys were in that ring last night on the same team.
Oh yeah, Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Braun Breaker right now is what Brock used to be back in 2002, 2003, 2004.
Sir.
That dude is athletic. He can talk a little bit, and he's got the look. And he's got the amateur background and the family. I wish that they would just acknowledge more of his family side.
Okay.
I wish they would.
What do you mean? I don't know too much about his background. What do you mean his family side?
So Braun Breaker is the son of Rick Steiner and the nephew of Scott Steiner.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
If you look at Braun Breaker, he has the face of Rick Steiner, but the body of Scott. And he's just as athletic as Scott Steiner. Probably more.
He's very athletic. When he smashed Ciampa through that table last night, I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go into why I enjoyed the men's War Games match. Now, I don't mean to cut you off, but fuck it.
No worries. But one more thing before you go.
Yeah.
Wait, tonight or whenever you get a chance to, look at some matches of Braun Breaker and how he wrestles.
Yeah.
And then compare that to early Scott Steiner.
Okay.
It's a eerie kind of a feeling or a watch. They're very similar.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that probably as soon as we get off here. Besides the whole weapons thing, the men's War Games match is what wrestling main events should be. It was nothing over the top. You remember what AEW pay-per-view was it? Where it was the Young Bucks and what was the Lucha Bros? Where they were doing all the silly, stupid shit, and Scott said it just didn't feel real, which he was right about. This match didn't have...
Oh, that was All Out.
Was it All Out? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what match I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. When they did a bunch of super kicks.
Yeah.
Okay. When they were super kicking each other.
Yeah, and they were standing next to each other.
Doing a circle jerk, yeah.
Yeah, circle jerk. This match didn't have anything silly or anything too over the top. Now I know in the beginning with Gargano and Carmelo Hayes, they put on a little bit of a technical wrestling show for the crowd for 5 minutes. I'm cool with that because they didn't do it for 25 minutes, you know. I just had a lot of fun watching this match. I especially had fun watching Braun Breaker, man. I couldn't wait till he got into the cage. I wanted him in there more, but I was happy when they brought him in. They didn't like overuse or overexert him. God damn, like I said, man, Braun Breaker, I think more than Carmelo Hayes, he's the future of WWE, man. He's the future of that main roster. Once Lesnar's gone, and or not gone, but you know what I mean. Once he's not
Right.
around as much. Once here's a spoiler alert. Once Roman Reigns gets dethroned, once The Rock comes back, whenever that is, because your prediction is going to happen with that situation.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, it's happening. I can't wait to see Braun Breaker get to the main roster if they book him properly. Of course, that's the biggest fear with going to Raw or SmackDown. I have a reason to watch NXT again, and it's because mainly Joe Gacy and Braun Breaker. I used to watch it because the two guys that got me into NXT were Karrion Kross, who's no longer with WWE, and Adam Cole, who was the future of that company, but he wanted like outrageous amounts of money. And now he's with AEW, as you know. So I had no reason to watch NXT anymore. Now I do, and Braun Breaker is the reason.
Yeah.
And I watched the match again at work today, I think 2 times. I was just super slow today, and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna watch some wrestling. And I watched that match 2 times today, and he just did a phenomenal job, man. Like I said, when he smashed Ciampa through that table, and then when he was just picking guys up by the neck, which I know, I mean, the person getting slammed is assisting in the lift, but he knows how to sell his wrestling very well, this guy.
Yeah.
And it's just very exciting for me to watch this guy. I'm really, really ecstatic to watch him more.
Yeah, it's interesting because actually the one kind of sentimental moment I had within the matches, was, kind of like the swan song of The Way when Dexter Loomis came out and helped out, and then he gave him the thumbs up. And,
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was,
I
did not enjoy that.
I like Dexter Loomis. I like that whole crazy thing. But just like you said, I mean, NXT 2.0 winning, yeah, that's the future. That's which kind of leads me into my last point is, what we're seeing from NXT right now is the vision of what NXT was supposed to be. Like NXT was never supposed to be this big.
No.
It never was supposed to be this big. Not at all. But now you're going to start seeing guys like Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes get groomed and then get called up to the main roster to where this is what they wanted.
Yep.
This is why we know when you and I were talking, we were saying, hey, they're going to be going for less of the indies and more of these homegrown talent, scouting and stuff like that, so they can groom them.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker's a guy that they scouted and now going to be grooming, and he's going to be champion in 3 years.
On the main roster?
On the main roster.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. Or I mean, hell, he's going to be NXT champion within 2 months.
Yes.
He might be.
I'm a Tommaso Ciampa fan, or Ciampa fan.
Yeah.
I want Breaker to beat the shit out of him and take that belt.
Yeah. No, that's what you want.
Never lose it.
No, that's what you want. You want to build up Braun Breaker so big to where he's unstoppable, and then you start building up that next NXT star, so they can take out Braun Breaker, who's eventually going to go up to the main roster
and beat Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar,
and be one of those guys at the main roster. This is in essence what NXT should be.
Yeah.
This is why I'm excited about NXT.
Yeah, I am. I'm excited about it again. I thought I needed Adam Cole in my life in NXT, but
no, I told you, dude. Just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. It's NXT right now is the Charlotte Knights.
Okay.
And Braun Breaker is Oscar Colas.
Your mean Mercedes.
Dude, if he's your mean Mercedes, the WWE got problems. Let me just tell you. But I mean, I mean, you're talking about, this is the vision. And it was kind of confirmed to me when after Takeover went off, they showed season 2 of the Ruthless Aggression episodes,
Okay.
and they talked about OVW and how that farm system, which produced Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, and Shelton Benjamin,
Okay.
they all came from that.
Mm.
And I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is what NXT is supposed to be. They're supposed to be producing the next Cena, Lesnar, Batista, stuff like that. Or you can send down some of your veterans that are not being used to have them work on their craft. Because they talked about Big Show going down there, Mark Henry going down there. This is what NXT was supposed to be, not a third huge brand.
Mm. Okay. No, that makes sense. I mean, if this is what we're gonna get, then I'm all in.
Yeah,
I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah, I mean, because in my perfect world, you build up Braun Breaker to be a monster.
Yeah.
And then I guarantee you, Gabe Stevens will be that baby face to take him out.
Who?
Gabe Stevens.
Okay. Like I said, I haven't watched NXT in like.
No. He's not even in the organization yet. He's still wrestling in Minnesota.
Okay.
He's the Olympian.
Okay. Olympian guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's the Olympian. And I think it's Gabe Stevens. I might be wrong. But yeah, I might have gotten his name wrong.
Okay.
But I'll go back to it. But you build up the Olympian to be the baby face to knock off the monster heel.
And then he goes to the main roster.
And then he goes to the main roster.
Okay.
And it's now is just a big, a big circle of life, so to speak, within the WWE.
Okay. So, but yeah, I want to touch base a little on the tag team match. I just want to say something negative about Kyle O'Reilly. I feel he was irrelevant.
Gable Stevens. I'm sorry. I was right.
You were
Gable.
close.
Yeah.
I'll give you an A for effort.
Thanks.
To me, Kyle O'Reilly was irrelevant when Adam Cole was there holding him up. He's even more irrelevant now without Adam Cole. He's just a shitty wrestler, that guy. I couldn't do this video without talking shit about Kyle O'Reilly. He reminds me of Sami Zayn, who I can't stand.
I disagree, but okay.
What? That he's a shitty wrestler?
Yeah. I think he's pretty good. I think he's good.
He's maybe good when someone's holding him up.
No.
Carrying him.
He's had good singles matches. He's had good that tag team match, like I said, was pretty good. Yes. His trilogy with Adam Cole was good because Adam Cole is damn good.
Yes.
But Kyle O'Reilly also played a part in that.
That's it. I just wanted to say Kyle O'Reilly sucks ass. I can't stand him.
Hey, if rumors are true, he might go to your favorite promotion.
Ugh.
Hey.
Yeah, he's supposed to leave, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, there's talk of that. I'm maybe Gargano leaves. I think Ciampa just retire, or he'll just go back to the Indies. Ciampa on the main roster won't work. I think Gargano on the roster will work. The guy that I think that's tailor made for the main roster and for what they want to do is LA Knight. That dude's got Raw written all over him.
Yeah, LA Knight's kind of overlooked, and I feel he's an underappreciated wrestler.
Yeah,
He just like a good all around star. He could talk. He could wrestle. He's a great heel. He's a great heel. He just has. He's the whole package, the guy.
yeah. I think that's a guy that Vince McMahon can look at and say, I can make money off him.
For a week and then fire him.
Well, I mean, you look. I learned today, or especially watching Raw yesterday or today, whatever day it was. No, I disagree. Raw was good.
You enjoyed Raw?
I enjoyed Raw.
The main event was good.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Monday Night Raw. It was. It was. I thought it was better than what it was last week.
Who did Finn Balor wrestle? I know it was someone very irrelevant.
T-Bar.
Yeah, it's like, why? It's like they're going to start doing that shit to Finn Balor. Finn Balor is awesome.
Look, if he's wrestling T-Bar and winning, doesn't matter. If he's wrestling T-Bar and losing, that's a different story.
I think it matters. I don't want to get into that. I just thought Raw was the whole Riddle thing, doing interviews and the mic. I'm so sick of Omos. I want him to go away, and I want AJ.
Yeah, but
Styles
you never liked
again.
You never liked Omos, though. You never liked Omos
because he makes AJ Styles look bad.
You can't make AJ Styles look bad.
Omos
it's hard
does.
to make AJ. No, he does not.
Does.
No, he does not.
Anyways, AJ Styles should be solo. Again.
Yeah, I mean yeah. He probably should. He should always be around the title picture. He should be, or not, or as I've learned, everything in wrestling is cyclical.
Is what?
Cyclical. It means just a a turn on the wheel.
Okay.
Everybody within you could be booked for something for 6 months, and then the next 6 months you be booked for something else. Not that many guys could be around the title picture.
Anyways, that's all I have. Unless you have anything else.
No, I mean, just like we said, I mean, we both had our likes and dislikes regarding the show. I think we both can agree that the men's match was damn good.
Yes.
I think we can agree that probably didn't need the weapons, but it's a dawn of a new era in NXT, and Braun Breaker is the face of it.
Yes. Well, how do you grade it? What grade do you give War Games?
I give it a solid B. I give it a solid B.
I go B-.
I give it a solid B, man. And like I said, if they didn't have the weapons, maybe I would have gave it a B+.
Okay.
But let me also say this, and I know topic of discussion, whether it's on social media, whatever. I actually enjoy the pay-per-views at the Capitol Wrestling Center, having 250 people. I just like enclosed, because you can make more noise. Like you hear more.
Okay.
And I gone other days where NXT is going to be at the Allstate Arena. Gone are those days. They're just going to keep it there because it just makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that the brand that we loved is won't be around anymore. But hey, just like what the WWE does, they adjust, and now it's an interesting time at NXT.
I agree with you on that. I wish, well, not fully agree. I would like to see them. I would like to see NXT tour a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you can make a little bit more money touring, but I don't think right now NXT is for that.
No. I mean, I kind of get why they don't. That's the touring is kind of like it's for the main roster, for you have to be promoted to that. Right now, you're at the bottom of the well. You have to earn all the special perks.
You know, and you know, as a side note, I'm looking forward to Raquel Gonzalez getting called up to the main roster.
Yeah.
Because as much as I like the women's division, they need especially on the SmackDown side, actually especially on the Raw side, actually both, I don't care at this point. They need a big figure like Raquel Gonzalez. And it was what I was hoping that Rhea Ripley could be.
Obviously, they're not using her anymore the way that she should be.
No. I mean, that stopped when she lost the title to Charlotte. So
she's an afterthought now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, but in 3-4 months, you know, she could be back in the title picture again.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you're as important on a WWE as a pen and a piece of paper.
Wow, that's a good way to put it.
No, seriously.
Like
you know, if Vince McMahon and the bookers put you on a piece of paper, you're important.
Yeah.
If they erase you, you're done.
That's it. See you later.
I mean, that's in essence the level of pro wrestling today.
Yeah. So, all right. I think we'll wrap it up right there.
Yeah.
So again, 2021 NXT War Games. You give it a solid B. I give it a B-. So, yeah, I guess next week we'll maybe cover some AEW or something.
Yeah.
Some smaller stuff.
Yep.
So, all right. Until next time. I'll talk to you later, Hitman.
Yep.